So you want to get into PCs, but you don't know how to build one. And even if you could follow a video to show you how to build one, you don't know what parts to buy. You wouldn't even know where to start. This video is for you today. I'm going to help you. Stick around. Hey guys, it's Chris with Tech5. Today I've got some how-tos for you. Now maybe you're wanting to get into the PC space and you've just not been able to. Maybe you're wanting to try to build your own PC, but the thing that's been keeping you out or stopping you is not knowing what parts to buy. It can be very, very overwhelming out there trying to figure out what part goes here and goes there, and if you should buy this part, if that's the wrong part. It can definitely be a real stressor and a real fear for a lot of people wanting to get into the PC space. And I'm sure this has kept a lot of people out of the PC space because it can be confusing. It can be a lot to take in. It wasn't that long ago for me that I was on the Facebook Marketplace trying to buy PC parts that ended up not even being compatible with the PC parts that I had. And trust me when I say I get it. I understand that this is a lot to take in. And today I'm going to be trying to help you out, and maybe, just maybe, you'll take that first step that you need into getting into the PC world and building your own, if that's what you want to do. So today I'm going to be sharing a website with you guys that I feel like will help you do just that. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're going to get right into this, and we're going to start off by opening up an internet browser, and we're going to be using the website pcpartpicker.com. I'll have a link in the description if you want to check it out and follow along. You're free to do so. So what we're going to be doing today is building a PC. I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually pick your own parts for your PCs. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran PC builder or a mid-range PC builder, or you've never built a PC in your life. This website is a fantastic website for helping you get into the PC space and picking your own parts, whether you've never bought PC parts in your life or not. This website will help you get into the space. I know that buying the wrong parts is a big deal for a lot of people that want to get into the space, but they don't know what they're doing and they're afraid to even try because they don't want to buy the wrong parts. They don't have no idea. This website for you, because this will help you get into this space. This will help make sure you buy the right parts. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to use this website today. I'm going to be walking through building a PC with you and showing you guys how this website particularly helps you stay on track and not buy the wrong parts. So we're going to get into it. Now first we're going to start off by selecting System Builder, top left corner here. And we're going to be going from the top to the bottom and picking our parts in that order here. So we're going to start off with the CPU. So we're going to choose our CPU. Now we're just going to go with an AMD CPU, so we're just going to pick the top one here, the Ryzen 5 3600. So we're just going to add that to cart. $199 really doesn't matter for the sake of this video. I'm not too concerned with the price, but I just want to be able to let everybody know what's going on, so I'm just going to be throwing stuff in here. Now this particular CPU that we've chosen already comes with a stock cooler, so we don't have to get a new CPU cooler if we don't want to. If you want to be a little bit more fancy, want a better cooling solution, you can definitely pick a new CPU cooler. So we're just going to go ahead and do that for the sake of the video, and we're actually going to pick this Corsair AIO cooler right here. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Definitely very expensive, but we don't care about money right now, so we're gonna use that. Now here is where one of the highlights of PC Part Picker get into play. If you choose an Intel CPU, it will not show you AMD motherboards. If you choose an AMD motherboard, it will not show you Intel motherboards whenever you're choosing your motherboards by default. It definitely makes a huge difference in making sure you are definitely in the right track, you're in the right realm of things in buying your parts. So this whole list is going to be AMD motherboards here, all of it. You can see it tells you here AM4. If you go over here to the filters, you can even see that the options you have, chipset, all AMD, completely blocks out any intel. Doesn't even let you see them. So that right there in itself, huge help to you. A huge help to you. You can't even pick the wrong one. It doesn't let you. We're going to go ahead and pick with the MSI B450 board. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Now here we go. We've got 3 different parts. Now next we need some memory. So we're going to choose some memory. And we like the RGB, so we're going to keep it that way. Let's go ahead and throw 16 gigabytes in here. Go ahead and add that Corsair 16 Vengeance. And you can add more if you want. For this build, we're not going to. Now we're going to move on to the storage, and we have 3 different options to choose from here. We've got the regular HDDs, we've got SSDs, and we've got M.2s. Now, I like M.2s. They're the fastest storage there is, and they're really easy to install, so I'm going to keep it easy. So let's go with M.2 here. We're going to add that. And now we need a graphics card. So we're going to choose a video card. And for this build, we'll keep it easy. We're going to go ahead and select this Gaming X. I'm going to go ahead and add that. This is a 1660 or 1650. Sorry, this is a 1650. And now we need to choose our case. So we'll choose a case here. Now you've got a bunch to choose from. And just like the motherboards, it does not let you pick a case that can't fit your motherboard. Now, since we've already chosen our motherboard, see here, it actually blocks out cases that would be too small for a motherboard. So you don't have to worry about that. It should fit your motherboard. So for this build, we're going to go ahead and choose the Corsair 275R because we're going Corsair today. I like this case. It's a good looking case. It's got pretty good airflow. It's a good case. I like it. So we're going to go with that, and we'll add that to our build. And now we need to choose a power supply. So we're going to go ahead and find us a power supply. Here is where PC Part Picker kind of messes up. So really pay attention to this here, especially if you're new. This is my complaint about PC Part Picker. Now, if you look to the far left here, you can see where it gives us an estimated wattage. It says 249 watts. So all the parts that we have put together so far, it estimates that our wattage consumption is going to be 249. So this is where it really gets to be a problem, is because it has that estimated wattage right there, it allows us to go in and buy power supplies that could be way undervolted here. So we'll go ahead and choose this 300 just so my example makes sense here for you. Now we chose a 300 watt power supply, and it doesn't show any compatibility issues right now. But the thing about graphics cards, when they're sitting there idle, not doing anything, might be surfing the internet a little bit, they don't suck up a bunch of power. But when you're playing a game or you're running a program that is GPU heavy, the power consumption shoots up pretty good. And this site does not take that into account, and I don't know why they don't, because they really should. But that can give you some false senses, and this is where you could really mess up here on this website, is picking the wrong power supply. And what I would tell you, if you were going to use this website to pick your PC parts, and I recommend that you do, but in this instance, when you get to your power supply, always look at the graphics card that you're interested in getting. They have recommended wattages for them, and I recommend that you at least get their recommended wattage for that graphics card. I always like to go 100 over, just because it gives me room to improve and grow if I want to later on down the road, but just get the recommended wattage at least. So if for whatever reason you don't want to look and see and look up your card, here's what I would do. Look at your estimated wattage, whatever it is, and get 200 to 300 more than it says. That is my recommendation. That's what I suggest you do. 200 to 300 more watts than it says, because you do not want to go ahead and buy all the parts that it says here, getting a power supply and just barely scraping the line here, and then you try to go play a game and you know what happens? Your computer just shuts off because it tried to draw too much power and it doesn't support that much, and your power supply just poofs. It probably won't get damaged, but your computer is going to keep shutting off. You do not want that to happen. So definitely 200 to 300 more watts, or look at the recommendation for your graphics card and you should be fine. That is the only issue I have with this site. You have some other options in this list where you can add an operating system if you want to. These things are not necessary. They just kind of show you where you can buy them or whatever. I don't think anyone really uses optical drives anymore, so kind of ignore that. If you did want to add some more case fans to this little build we've got here, they've got all the fans that would fit in the case just the same, so you have that option to look through. For this, we'll go ahead and add some fans just cuz, and we're gonna add these Corsairs 3-pack. And here's another thing that I would actually watch out for. Now, some cases that you buy, they might not come with fans. So sometimes you don't need to buy fans, but some cases will not come with fans. Look at your stock photos, see if they've got fans in them, and even if they do, read the description, because some of them will say that they don't come with fans, even if they show them in the picture. So definitely read that. So we're going to go down here to the compatibility report that it has, and it gives us some notes here letting us know about our system that we've put together. So in this note, it says the motherboard M.2 slot number 1 shares bandwidth with the SATA 6GB ports. When the M.2 is populated, the SATA 6GB ports are disabled. 2 of the SATA ports are disabled. So basically what this is saying here is, if for whatever reason you put this M.2 in here and you decide you want to come back later and populate all of the SATA ports with other storages, 2 of them will not work because the M.2 is taking up the bandwidth for 2 of those ports. I don't really think this is a situation that you have any danger of happening, but it's potentially a problem that you could run into. So I want you to be aware that it does tell you, it gives you a little information like that. So here's something else I want to show you guys, where just to kind of help you really get your head around this here, if you're one of those that are like our new builders and you're still kind of hesitant. Now I'm going to take away the graphics card that we've chosen here, and I'm going to try to put in a beefier graphics card. I've got a 3070 here. Now, you see our wattage just shot up to 400 here. And because of that, we've got a red line on our compatibility, and it tells us to go below and see what's going on. And it gives us a warning here. It tells us that we don't have enough of a power supply to run this. Like I said, guys, look at your recommendations for your GPU. If you don't want to do that, 200 to 300 more than the recommended wattage, because when it's under load, it's going to suck up much more power. This isn't really a potential situation that you'll get into, but I wanted you to see what it would look like if you tried to go with a combination that somehow didn't work. It will do this. This is what it will do. It'll say, hey, there's some issues here. Check down below, read and see what it is. This site is really good about helping you stay on track. If you want to build a PC, if you want to jump into the hole, jump into the water, it's fine. You know, it's pretty cold right now with the prices, but guys, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. And this is a good starting point, And I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. And I hope that, this convinces you a little bit. If you're one of the people that already knew about this website and this really wasn't any new information for you, I would like to thank you for watching the video, but I would like to also ask you consider sharing the video, so possibly somebody that hasn't seen this website, doesn't know about it, and does have this fear about buying the wrong parts could possibly get some alleviation and maybe get into the space as a result of that. That's going to do it for the video. As always, if you do have any questions, concerns, confusions, whatever it may be, ask. I don't mind helping. I'm really trying to build something for you guys here. Hope you want to be a part of it. A simple like, share, subscribe, comment, they go so far for the channel. It really helps me continue to make content and grow. With that said, I hope you can like, I hope you can subscribe. And if not, well, I hope to catch you in another one. And remember, it's a vibe, a tech vibe. Specifically, we'll see you.